Are you struggling with flat figures that feel stiff? Stick around because in this video, I'll show you exactly how to master figure drawing step by step like a badass. It's easy to follow, and yes, even if you're brand new to art. Hey, I'm Tyler. If you're tired of lifeless and stiff figures, you're in the right spot. In today's video, I will show you my simple method on how to draw the human figure, both male and female, and I'm going to highlight the key differences along the way. Stick around because at the end, I'm going to give you a challenge that will improve your figures over the next 4 weeks. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with gesture. Now, gesture is the soul of your figure. You know, think of it like you're capturing the rhythm or the energy or the action of your subject in just a quick sketch. Your goal isn't perfection. It's about feeling the emotion and the movement of your character. Start loose, okay? Use flowing, dynamic lines and try to keep your pencil moving the entire time. My quick tip to you is to always draw from your shoulder or the elbow instead of your wrist. This will actually naturally make your lines smoother and more expressive, and definitely they'll be a lot less stiff. Trust me, your drawings will instantly look more alive and dynamic. And remember, it's totally fine if your first gestures look messy. Mine did, and they even still do sometimes. So the more you practice, the better they'll get. And anyway, gestures are supposed to be loose and rough and somewhat abstract. It's about getting the movement in the lines. So remember that practice makes progress, not perfection. Okay, leave a comment and let me know what do you find the hardest when you're doing gesture drawings, because I would love to help you out. Okay, so let's simplify the body using basic shapes. I love doing this. Think of it like a mannequin, all right? Simple shapes like boxes and cylinders and spheres, they help you capture the perspective and the proportions and the forms effortlessly, okay? It's one of my favorite things to do. It makes drawing so much easier. So let's get into that. Okay, so notice how I sketched the torso as an oval shape, limbs as cylinders, and the head as a sphere with a boxy shape at the bottom. Okay, it's the Lumos head. So leave a comment if you'd like to see me do a guide on how to draw the Lumos head. And if you are familiar with 3D software like Blender and ZBrush, this approach should feel even more natural. You're basically building a 3D model on paper or on your digital canvas, so it's super cool. Okay, so the key differences right now between male and female figures is that males usually have broader shoulders and narrower hips, okay, giving that strong triangular silhouette, whereas females generally have narrower shoulders and wider hips, creating that iconic hourglass shape that we all know and love. Okay, so practice these simplified structures extensively. Okay, experiment with poses and angles, with foreshortening. Okay, don't fear mistakes because you will make mistakes. Okay, we all do. I did, I still do, and I always will. Right, so learn from those mistakes. Okay, don't allow them to frustrate you. Don't allow them to make you stop doing art, but learn from them, analyze them. Okay, because they're gonna happen. Okay, so embrace each drawing as a learning experience. My dudes and dudettes, if you're enjoying this video and you're learning something new, that's amazing. Please smash that like button and subscribe. Let's hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of April and build a badass community of artists. Thank you for your support. Let's carry on. Okay guys, so if you're feeling confident, that's amazing. I hope so. Let's dive deeper now, roughening the anatomical forms, making sure to use reference, okay, especially for this part, but always use reference. Okay, so we're adding in some anatomical forms now, okay? Nothing scary, nothing crazy, okay? Still keeping it simple and rough. We want to suggest anatomical structure before tackling the final line drawing. Okay, so it's crucial to master the basic shape construction. I know it seems boring, but it's absolutely necessary to improve at art and especially drawing figures. Think of anatomy as building upon the solid foundation you've already established with your simplified shapes. Don't rush into complex anatomy prematurely. It can easily overwhelm you. I know it did me. Okay, I struggled with that at the beginning. Okay, and simplification is what really helped me to become a much better artist. All right, so first you want to master the basics and then gradually incorporate muscular forms. Okay, so notice how I'm using basic shapes to indicate muscles clearly, but without overcomplicating things, okay? Remember, your goal isn't medical precision, okay? It's readability and most importantly, believability. So as you can see, I'm sketching rough anatomical forms, all right? For male figures, muscles like shoulders, the chest and the arms are generally more angular, okay? They reflect their generally more muscular structure. However, for female figures, muscles are generally subtler, they're smoother, and they have softer transitions. It emphasizes that the graceful transitions between curves. Understanding these subtleties is definitely going to help your figures look more natural and appealing. Okay, so let's finish this section off with a quick tip to keep it subtle and simple. Alright, with anatomy, especially in stylized art, less can often mean more. Male figures, they typically have sharper angles, okay? This is not always the case, but it's generally that way. While female figures, usually they have softer and rounder forms. The more stylized your figures, the clearer these differences become, okay? You can see it in stylized art between realistic and stylized art. You will see that this kind of shape design is pushed much more in stylized art than in realistic art, okay? So aim to communicate the essence of your characters clearly through careful and intentional anatomical detail rather than excessive complexity. Right, we're almost done. Let's add some final polish with a clean line drawing. Okay, so you've done an incredible job getting this far, and now we're going to elevate your figure even more with clean line art and a little hatching. Okay, hatching can dramatically transform your figure from like a flat to a three-dimensional and giving it a real sense of depth and presence. So let's keep the hatching simple but effective. Start by identifying your main light source, okay, and this will help keep your shading consistent but also believable. The clean line art, you want to take your time, okay, make sure you keep things readable. As you can see in parts, I'm redoing lines that I don't like, playing with proportions, fixing mistakes that I see along the way, okay? Doing these clean line drawings with a little bit of hatching, this is the final part. This is the bit that really brings it to life. Now, you don't always have to do this. You can keep it more sketchy and more gestural, and people love that. I do, okay? I love seeing sketches as well, sometimes more than clean line drawing, okay? But having both skills is very important, okay? So make sure with this, following this video, that you do a clean line drawing, all right? Okay, so there you have it, from a gesture to a fully realized figure drawing. All right, remember that practice makes progress, not perfection. All right, keep sketching, push through those tough drawings. Okay, we all have them. I know I definitely still do. Okay, so now for the challenge that I promised at the beginning. Okay, my challenge is for you to do 10 gesture drawings and 3 full figure drawings daily for the next 30 days. Right, you will see incredible improvement in your figure drawing as long as you follow the process that was in this video. Okay, so keep going, don't give up, because I believe in you. I know you can do this. All right, comment below your favorite part of this lesson, but first bump that subscribe button and like button. Okay, let's hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of April, okay, and build a badass community of artists. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.